Hello, you guys. This is going to be your weekly healing message for the week of September 11th through the 17th, 2017. I feel like it may be a low vibrational week because of the things that we have going on collectively, with the hurricanes event and September 11th anniversary. I just feel like it may be a low vibrational week, very emotional, fearful, fear-based, very turbulent energy for some. Even if we're not immediately attached to those experiences, we might remember something. We might be triggered by watching something on TV, social media, hearing some news, and it's a lot of fear-based information going on. I'm not really going to get into all of that, that stuff, conspiracies and everything like that, but it could suck you in and your energy can go down quickly by focusing on those things. And as a human, of course, we have feelings, we have emotions. I just feel like it's very careful to, ground yourself. Very important. I feel like you need to be careful, and be very, very much focused on grounding and keeping yourself grounded, because I always say that there's energies that like to feed off of our lower vibrations and our fears and our emotions, and it fuels it and adds to it, the fear, okay? We may not understand everything that's going on a spiritual level, why certain things are happening. People can debate it's prophecy, people can debate it's, the government or whatever. It's all in the hands of God, usually, okay? That's all it is. Even if the government is doing certain things to the weather, whatever people believe in, doesn't matter. It's all in the hands of God. Without the will of God, these things wouldn't be happening, okay? And it's hard to grasp that, why exactly these things are being allowed. So I feel like it's better to shift your energy of feeling like it's, something. It is negative to an extent, but in a way there's something higher. I hate to always say that, because people don't want to hear things like that. Like, how can you say that when a crisis is happening or people are being murdered and shot in the streets and things like that? I look at things from a higher perspective, and I don't want to get into all of that. But I feel like you have to protect your energy around these times, because there's certain people and energies that like to feed off of your grief, off of your fear, off of your confusion. It feels more of that. You put that more into your experience as well. You keep manifesting more of that, whether we believe it or not. But we have the King of Earth as our overall energy, so it's not going to be the most balanced week, I feel. It's going to be a lot of, confusion in your head, because you got all of these air energies, all of this air. And they're not good air cards either. So I'm just going to get into what I'm seeing. So the card we have with the King of Earth, it says a successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you are offered. The Midas touch, okay? So it's like this energy, you're being divinely protected wherever you are, even if you can't see it, because this King of Earth, he's in the earth realm. He's physically there, and there's all this beauty around him. There's these purple auras and these rainbow auras around him. So to me, it tells me that even though you might be going through these energy blocks, mental blocks, fear, confusion, grief, you got spiritual protection around you, even if you can't see it. And it's really important to get grounded. I feel like for some of you who are highly intuitive, with this purple aura, there's some sort of guide that wants to converse with you and give you guidance and give you information even. But you have to be in that space to hear it, because I feel like your emotions are not, you're not balanced in the heart and in the mind. You're all over the place. So these messages will not be interpreted. You're not going to hear them, get them, sense them, whatever. Or you're just going to, like I said, misinterpret them. And it's going to be based off of where your energy is, which is at the lower level. So you're not able to get that with the Two of Earth. There is an imbalance. This is at the bottom of the deck. There's an imbalance here. You're trying to find balance. With the Three of Air, the challenge is going to be this sad energy, mentally thinking about, oh, this is so sad because I remember where I was when that happened, and this is so sad. Look at this, look at that, and you just get caught up in that energy. As humans, of course, we're going to feel something. We're going to feel some type of way when we watch the news and we see people, struggling in water, or when we watch some, special on September 11th. Of course, we're going to get all in our feelings. But it's so important not to get too much of your energy into that stuff. It is very important not to. Because believe it or not, like I said, that energy, there's entities that feel off that energy. People that like that energy, you'll attract more of that grief and that fear energy. I can say this because I get like that sometimes. I start getting too much into something and I start swirling in the head. I start having all these weird fantasies about something that might happen, and I get to going left, like real crazy, and I'll start having nightmares about it if I think too much about it. So it's you got to be careful with that. So the card says great sadness. Take time to heal. The need to forgive yourself and others. So it's easy for us to, like I said, get caught up in that experience mentally and start thinking, all about the past or thinking about what's going on presently, and it makes us sad. We really need, you guys, I don't know why Spirit keeps emphasizing this, you really need to watch how you're giving your energy, what you're exchanging your energy to. And some people say that it's not good to watch the news. It's good to know what's going on, but sometimes the news can be a little a little trickery behind the scenes. So you have to be careful with that. And, there's the energies that they send out. They like to send out this fear, oh, Donald, I'm not going to get into all that, but President so-and-so is against so-and-so, and this is what's going to happen. They're going to do this. And everybody starts freaking out. Okay. They want to do that. Okay. They like that. It's a control tactic. Okay, to control your energy, to control your experience. Okay, with the Eight of Air as the focus, it says an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. Okay, so this is your suggested approach. Sorry. I feel like your suggested approach is to really get focused on what's going on in your mind, because as an empath, I get it. You can get caught up in other people's experiences and get caught up in the fear and things like that. So you start to get trapped in your head and you start thinking and it starts spiraling. What should I do? What if this happens? And you might be picking up everybody else's energy as an empath. You can easily do that. You can easily empathize with somebody. You can see them on TV and you'll just feel like you're in their shoes automatically. Okay? You see a dog on TV with their eyes watering, and automatically you start crying. You start feeling for them. You feel that energy. So I feel like Spirit wants you to control your mind, rather. Okay, I don't know how easy that is for some of you. I'm not a therapist. This is just a message I'm getting, and I can can relate, because I can overthink sometimes too, and I get like all spooked over certain things, but then I kind of outgrew some of that and kind of seen like how it all works behind the scenes, and how energy works and how certain energies, entities work. And I don't want to feed too much of my energy into that. Yeah, I get sad. I hear something on the news, somebody got shot again. Okay, I can easily put my anger to that, but what is that going to get me? What is that going to do? So I feel like Spirit wants you to get out of your head, control your thoughts. Okay, with the Queen of Air as your focus, this is the only sound-minded thing here, because you got the 3, the 8, and the 10 of Air, which is all a mess. But then you have the Queen of Air. Her message is objective decision making. Clearing away all that no longer serves you. Seeing the humor in a situation. Okay, so see, she knows how to look at things from that higher perspective, from wisdom, And she said, you know, yeah, this situation is fucked up, but you know what I see behind the scenes? Okay, it's okay. Whatever happens, I know that it's under God's hands and it's what's meant to happen and what's meant to occur. Okay? I can get all sad, I'm a human, but at the end of the day, I know that there's a higher power, the universe, God, the creator, whatever you believe in, that is behind the scenes of all of that. And it is. The air element represents spirit, the atmosphere, the things that you can't see. Okay, so there is a higher power working behind the scenes. And I feel like spirit wants you to focus on the higher aspect of all of this. Kind of look at it, not humor sense, you know, not, I don't really think you could take some things that are going on. And even if it's not things going on collectively, just within yourself, if it's a personal situation that you're dealing with, you can take something out of it. Even if it's not humor, but you can kind of see it and say, you know, I understand why that is from a higher perspective. You have to use your wisdom. It's like you have to look at things from not a mature perspective, but in a sense, you do have to look at it from a wise place, a spiritually clear place. That's why Spirit wants you to get grounded. It's very important as the King of Earth. That is the most grounded court card, okay? Even above the Queen. He's mastered himself in that area. He's completely grounded. Okay, he's got it together. With the Ten of Earth as the conclusion, it says, the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from an addiction. Okay, so you might find that some of these worries that you have throughout the week, whether it's things going on collectively in the world or something that's going on personally in your world, I feel like once you look at it from that different angle, from a higher place, it's kind of like everything settles and it makes sense, okay? No longer are you controlled by this. So the healing message, I feel like, for some of us is fear and overthinking and overanalyzing, okay? You know, projecting these fear, you know, projecting from a place of fear and allowing our thoughts to create these scary movies, okay? And that's another thing. Some scary movies are not meant to be watched, okay? All those exorcism movies and all of that stuff, I don't mess with those type of movies. So, you know, just be careful with where you put your energy, okay? Certain things are just not meant to be watched. Certain things are not meant to be listened to, read. You just have to be mindful of where you're putting your energy. That's pretty much it. But I'm going to pull a Flower of Life Oracle card as our message, and I will be right back. Ooh, the card just flopped. Oh, thank you. That card just flopped out like that. I hope I saw that. So we have this pretty card here, these pretty flowers, and it says, be peace. Okay, so be peace. It says, love is beyond thoughts, feelings, and emotions. It is a state of being, an expression of the all, fully experienced by being in each moment. Don't think about being in the moment. Just be in each moment. Be the courageous, loving being you are. Step out of the shadow of your past. Allow all that matters is what you do in each moment. Make today the best day of your life by deciding your life is yours to live in whatever way is meaningful to you. You brought yourself to this life, and you are responsible for the quality of it. No more pulling and pushing what you like or don't like. No more resistance, for this causes suffering and pain. From this moment, you can choose to be at peace and in the flow of love, no matter what is going on around you. Today, the life you have truly wanted begins. Okay, that is the message. Is pretty straightforward. I hope I did not offend anybody by my messages, scare anyone. Certain words trigger people in different ways, so I have to be very careful of the words that I use, like entities and stuff like that. Look up the word entities. It doesn't always have to be some spiritual little evil thing or something. It could be people too. So I didn't mean anything. I'm not trying to put anyone in fear, but I feel like that is our healing message, is really to get out of a place of fear and out of our head, you know, because we might be those types that get in the head and start thinking about something too much, it starts to fester and you start spiraling out of control. You read certain things, you're watching certain videos, and it's like things on YouTube, some things out there are not helpful to watch. Like people with their conspiracies, people with these so-called Bible prophecies, and they get to like freaking people out. They're all fear-based. Nothing that resonates with your soul should cause any fear. It should never cause you fear. That's not coming from you. That's not coming from a place of love. That's not really coming from a place of your truth, okay? That may be somebody else's truth and their experience, but if it's not resonating and it's causing you to like bubble up in the stomach and you just feel stuck and stifled, you know that's not of your energy. And I feel like that's what Spirit is telling you to be mindful of, not to get to that place, and don't start manifesting from that place either. Because it's easy to go look up some videos on, oh, so-and-so is a Satanist and blah, 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 and you start watching it and you get all caught up. Because it can be interesting to watch certain stuff like that, you know, information. But when you get too caught up in it, you start getting all scared and you start overthinking and everything is evil and everything is out to get me and this person and blah, blah, blah. Yes, that stuff does exist. It really does. But you'll know when you need to stay away from certain things or certain people. But it's just the things that you put your attention to when they cause this fear in you. Because we should never come from a place of fear. A place of fear is like lower vibrational. Love is like powerful. And it's not just all about being meek and peaceful and soft. Love can be very powerful, very, you know, very strict, very straightforward. Okay? Like our angels. Everybody thinks that angels look a certain way. They project themselves a certain way. They're these soft creatures and they're just here to do this. No, sometimes they get down and they're very direct, especially Archangel Michael. He doesn't play. So I feel like when we think of things like that, everything has to be light and fluffy. No, they don't. You know, at times it's like our adrenaline kicks in, our survival mode kicks in. That's how we know we're coming from a place of love and a place of power. But fear is the meek and the weak energy. Like, oh, I just can't do anything. I'm just so scared. What are we going to do? I'm panicking. Oh my God, I'm scared. That's something totally different. So be very mindful of where I can't stress this enough. Be very careful of where you're exchanging your energy. When I say careful, people think of it like, oh God, this is so freaky. No, careful means being mindful, caring about yourself, caring about what you're doing, paying attention. That's all that means. Okay. So that's your message, you guys. Much love to you guys. As always, I send you my love and healing from afar. Until next reading. Peace.